Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Dragonite from Pokemon. So we're going to start with something slightly different. We're going to start with the antlers that come out, or the antennas that come out from the top of the head, because they're actually drawn on top of the face. So start with the one on the left. Basically starts from just left of center. We're going to curve up, go out, and then up to a point. So we're kind of doing like almost like a long S shape. We're going to make this twice as thick by rounding out the top, and then coming back and just following the same line, just right beside it, and back down again. Let's do the same thing on the right side here. So we're just going to take this and flip it over. So we're going to go up, straight out, then back up again. Then we'll round out the top, and we're going to come back in that same pattern until we come back to the same starting point. Now from here, in between, I'm going to draw an upward curve. From here, I'm going to go to this middle, go up a little bit, and draw a point. And connect that point to either end here. So going straight up, and then down the right side. And then on either end, I'm just going to draw a line going straight across just behind those antennas. Now, we're going to have to draw the top part of the head, which is basically a half circle. So I'm going to imagine a half circle going along the top. So from here, on the left side, I'm going to come down behind this antenna and come down. On the right side, I'm going to come out and come down. Now let's draw the beak, or the front part of the face of Dragonite. So from here, I'm going to draw a round curve, kind of goes up like this, kind of finishes off like so. Let's draw the chin detail. So from here, I'm going to come back a bit and draw a little wrinkle. Now right here where this little edge is, this is the line where the eyes will be. So let's start with the eye on the right. So just positioning it right. So I'm going to draw the bottom part of the eye first, so a little upward curve, and then I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve or an arc that goes up like this. Now we're going to draw the pupil pointing that way. So we're going to start on the top here and curve down. We're going to draw a big highlight at the top, so a big oval, like so. And then we'll color the inside in black. Let's go and draw the other eye. So from this point, I'm just going to go straight across. Just a little short line, and then we're going to curve up to the top, kind of like the same height as I have on the right here. Up here, I'm just going to draw a little curve. A little highlight oval on the top, and we'll color the bottom half black. Now let's draw some nostrils. So down here on the left, I'm just going to draw a little curve like that, and just to the right, I'm going to draw the same shape, just flipped over on the right side. Okay, now from here, I'm going to have to move down the neck and down towards the arms. So right about here is where I want the arms. So from this point, I'm just going to angle outwards. I'm going to start going outwards, not straight down, but an outward line. Now right about here is where I'm going to put the arms in. So I'm going to draw this big little arm, and the hand's going to come up to here, but I'm not going to draw this continuous line because I have to stop right here where the nails are going to be, or the claws. So starting at this point, I'm going to curve out and then start to come back in. Now I want the arm quite thick, so from this point, I'm going to draw a series of curves like this. So I'll draw 1, 2, 3. From these points, I'm going to have to draw like a V shape for the claws. Just in between, very simple claws. Now from here, I'm going to take this point and curve around, and then just tuck this back in towards the body like that. So you've got sort of a continuous thickness of the arm all the way around. Now from here, the tail's going to go up this way. I'm going to draw the legs. So right about here, the feet will come down to about here. So I'm just kind of measuring things out as I go. So the thigh is basically a circle, but it's got some breaks in it. So what I'm going to do is right about here, I'm going to start with the front of the thigh. So let's draw a curve. I'm just going to bring that back in a little bit like that. Let's draw the back of the thigh. So right about here, I'm leaving a gap. Draw a curve and just come in just like so. Now from here, we can draw the feet. From this point, I'm going to curve around, and on the right side, I'm going to curve around, and just like I do with these fingers, I'm going to draw 3 curves that go around like that. And then in between, all I need to do is draw like a V shape for the claws. Let's go ahead and draw the tail. So this big tail that curves up is actually going to go behind this leg and then curve around through the belly to the neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here. So I'm just going to imagine this line coming down. I'm going to curve down like this, and then curve right back up. Tail. We're going to round up the toe because I don't want it to be too sharp. Now this is going to come all the way through to the belly. Before I draw the tail, I don't want to get it too high or else the belly's not going to match. So I'm going to go back to the front of the body here. So right about here, I'm going to come up to the belly and tuck this in underneath this leg. So starting right about here, I'm going to curve out and round out and tuck this in underneath that leg. Now you can see that I can continue this behind the leg, and starting here, I'm going to curve up all the way up to the top of the tail. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to come up, try to find that point right there on the tail. Let's draw some belly detail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a point right here, and curve around the arm, and tuck this in underneath the thigh. And imagine this line going behind this leg, and then continuing behind the back like that. And in between here, we've got a bunch of lines that go across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing some lines that go straight across. Just nice and evenly spaced out. And now as I get down lower, I'm going to start to curve slightly upwards, just to give a little bit of perspective and shape. So you see it's got a little bit of a bend to it. So, and then back here, I'm just going to draw curves going this way, kind of bending towards the right. Okay, now that we have that, let's draw this back leg here. So you see where the top of the thigh starts? That's pretty much where I want to start the back of the leg. The ankle is pretty much where I want to end off here. So I'm going to start up here and curve to where the ankle would be. So I'm lining up here and I'm lining up here. Now for the foot, I'm going to curve around like so. I'm going to draw 3 humps. And again, from here, I'm just going to draw sharp claw points projecting out from the foot. From this point, I'm going to tuck this in behind the body like so. And let's draw that one back arm here. So again, I want to make sure the shoulders are at the same height and the claws come up and down at the same height. So from here, I'm going to start around, come around like this. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 curves, and this is just going to tuck underneath the body. And again, just drawing these V-shaped points for the claws. The final part, let's get into the wings. It's got 2 sets of wings coming up. So I'm going to start right about here. It doesn't really matter where I start. I'm going to curve up, and I'm just going to curl around the end. From here, I'm going to come down to the tip of the wing. So I'll just kind of curve down like that. I'm going to taper this line going up towards the point here, and then just draw a continuously even, thick line going across. So it's evenly spaced as I go back. Now, from this point, I'm going to make my way down to a halfway point between here and here. I'm just going to draw a curve like this. It's kind of like a bat wing. I'm going to connect these 2 points with an upward curve. Now connect back here with an upward curve as well. And I can tuck that in behind. It doesn't actually have to meet up with that point there. Let's draw that exact same thing, just flipped over. Starting here, I'm going to curve up and then round out the tip. From here, I'm going to come down, making sure that I roughly get the same height as I have on the right, or on the left, sorry. From here, I'm going to draw that even, thick line going up, and then tapering it down to that point. You can see that I'm working my way from left to right, just because it's easier for me being right-handed. Again, from here, I want to make sure I get the same height on that point, curving down, and then connecting these points with a curve like so. And I think that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Dragonite from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and check out our Pokemon playlist. We have a ton of characters in there. I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you again soon.